I'm doing better, better.
Look, I'm doing good now, smiling, dancing with the family. I'm kinda happy, man, things have gotten a little better. Questions on my feet, starch-jeans, chain around my neck, ski beanie on my head, and Jesus is my sweater. Covered up my scars, he covered up the things that made me fall apart. Can't forgive each other if you never start. Now I talk about my problems, so I'm feeling like the man now. Being vulnerable has got me knowing who I am now. Too many haters trying to take a brother off his game. Remember me for how I'm pushing Christ, don't worry about my name. Before I knew him, I'm embracing life and feeling all this pain. If you can love your neighbor like yourself, then I can do the same. If you see me shine and dim the light and give them all the fame, I'm not trying to take the lead, I'm just trying to make a change.
And so just over a minute and a half play. And when it comes to MP, he has an objective to motivate his teammates. That's why he made winning on the road a rallying cry.
And what's mind-blowing is the consistency of excellence they've shown. Going to someone else's arena, blocking out the noise, making the huge plays in crunch time. MP loves to play the spoiler role.
They see the buzz, now they vibing. All of a sudden surprised, but I was the one out the gate. I don't have nothing to prove. Not my fault you weren't awake. I don't leave nothing to fate. If I want it, I take it. I'm one of the greats. It's not a debate. I'm not afraid.
Here's Spears, covered by MP. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Coach, you were telling me earlier,
keep my vision straight, yeah. I am not looking for clout. I do this every day. I do not follow the crowd. I'm the one making the waves. I'm the one paving the way. You need to forget what you heard. It's Keno first, hustle second. Haters busy in my missions. Always trying to second guess me. They want to rule my team. Don't want no baggage, I check it. I'm always strapped with the word. And that's all
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And when it comes to MP, he has...
around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. MP often talks to his team during flights, and recently, one of the main topics of discussion, winning on the road. It seems as it's developed into a mission for his squad.
And you can see it in his eyes. He loves making the big play to quiet the crowd. And he sent opposing fan bases home dejected time and again. Any of those doubters out there questioning MP's resolve to steamroll on the road are biting their tongue right now.
So on the floor for Golden State, Mitchell Robinson is out there with Jarris Walker. Then it's MP, then there's Brandon Paczynski, and it's Coles in at the 3 spot. And again, New Orleans no good.
0 for 4 to start things off. Got a bit of a pillow fight brewing here. They're going to get it going.
I just love the ball movement.
And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. Still without a basket in the game. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And here in the first half of December, a look at the most recent power rankings. Hey, some intriguing stories. You look at the Spurs, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Well, right now for the Warriors, they have really been superb so far this year. Still grasping that #1 spot and looking determined to keep it during the second half of the season.
Now here's Jones, averaging around 6 a game. Clock at 6. New Orleans needs to hurry, late clock. All right, Greg, when your team is in the second game of a back-to-back, do you play it differently?
You know, it depends on what happened in the first game. Did your starters have to play a lot of minutes? Did you get into double overtime, it just depends, B.A. They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
Pelicans trail by 13. Poole with the ball. No points so far. Here's Spears.
My mama said, need a sword, you might get cut. Yeah, spent the last year coming up. So you didn't know, calling your blood. When I hit you up, you left me on scene, huh? But now you wanna show me love? You ain't on my team, ain't no us. I'm for the people who was with me in the mud.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And when it comes to MP, he has an objective to motivate his teammates. That's why he made winning on the road a rallying cry.
And what's mind-blowing is the consistency of excellence they've shown. Going to someone else's arena, blocking out the noise, making the huge plays in crunch time. MP loves to play the spoiler role. I think it's
I've been team no sleep like a sequel. Walking God's plan, never day well. My faith need work, so I stay locked in. Stay locked in, sharpen my pen. Had a boot at my mom's with a mattress. Way back when I got my practice. Who the heck is that? If you can't see, then you need new glasses.
Pelicans trail by 13. MP often talks to his team during flights. And recently, one of the main topics of discussion, winning on the road. It seems as it's developed into a mission for his squad.
And you can see it in his eyes. He loves making the big play to quiet the crowd. And he sent opposing fan bases home dejected time and again. Any of those doubters out there questioning MP's resolve to steamroll on the road are biting their tongue right now.
So on the floor for Golden State, Walker out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's MP. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. And it's Coles and it's small forward. Well, Grant, when Zion is doing what he does best, it changes everything for the Pels.
Yeah, he bends defenses and brings a force that few teams can answer. With him in rhythm, they're not...
So Greg, tonight is night 2 of the back-to-back. These can't be easy to play in.
Yeah, this is a test of will and really of conditioning as well. I expect there to be some big swings tonight. Should be a fun one.
And when it comes to MP, he has an objective to motivate his teammates. That's why he made winning on the road a rallying cry.
And what's mind-blowing is the consistency of excellence they've shown. Going to someone else's arena, blocking out the noise, making the huge plays in crunch time. MP loves to play the spoiler role. I think it's just his competitive nature.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Walker, Podziemski out there with MP. And it's Robinson. And it's Coles in at the 3. And now, in the first half of December, more games under our belt. The power rankings starting to take shape. You look at San Antonio. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
Well, right now for the Warriors, they wanted the top spot badly, and they did just that. A real testament to both their chemistry and work ethic.
Here's Musi. He has yet to score. Allen finds Jones. Over Cole.
I'm living nothing different. I just bossed up. Handle all my business. I go get it. I just bossed up. Know the sun is risen, so I'm winning. I just bossed up. Handle all my business. I go get it. I just bossed up. Know the sun is risen, so I'm winning. Hey.
Yo, man, I've been writing ever since my birth.
MP often talks to his team during flights. And recently, one of the main topics of discussion, winning on the road. It seems as it's developed into a mission for his squad.
And you can see it in his eyes. He loves making the big play to quiet the crowd. And he sent opposing fan bases home dejected.
Mingle, double up, double up, hey, with the single
Warriors leading by 15. And when it comes to MP, he has an objective to motivate his teammates. That's why he made winning on the road a rallying cry.
And what's mind-blowing is the consistency of excellence they've shown. Going to someone else's arena, blocking out the noise, making the huge plays in crunch time. MP loves to play the spoiler role. I think it's just his competitive nature.
And Golden State, looking at who they got. Robinson is out there with Jarris Walker. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Then it's MP. And it's Coles in at the 3. This one. Well, Stan, the season's midway point is fast approaching. Is fatigue right now a consideration for these teams?
Well, if it is, Kevin, then that team's going to be in real trouble when we get to February or March. This is the time to be ramping up, not wearing down. Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
MP's got everything to fall, shooting 6 for 6 tonight. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Bucks played some superb basketball. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he registered a triple-double showing off all of his skills. It was a performance that will stick with the fans for a long time. Let's see what he has in store for us in this one.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. Greg, how impressive was it?
Why am I?
MP often talks to his team during flight, and recently, one of the main topics.
And when it comes to MP, he has an objective to motivate his teammates.
Cause every time I fall down, I'm back up like a skater. My head in the sky, I'm chasing Jesus, but I'm chasing the King, my heavenly Father, Lord of my Savior. Yeah, even through my storm, I still praise the Creator.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. MP often talks to his team during flight. And recently, one of the main topics of discussion, winning on the road. It seems as it's developed into a mission for his squad.
And you can see it in his eyes. He loves making the big play to quiet the crowd. And he sent opposing fan bases home dejected time and again. Any of those doubters out
coming down just like an avalanche. Going around. It seems like I'm just going around in circles. So leave me low. Every step and every word I speak.
And here's New Orleans now. MP often talks to his team during flight. And
Leave me low. Every step and every word I speak.
And when it comes to MP, he has an objective to motivate his teammates. That's why he made winning on the road a rallying cry.
And what's mind-blowing is the consistency.
Oh, wow, what a quick move inside.
That is incredible.
Oh, man, MP to be young again.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected team. And here are the Pelicans now. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Man, that game goes down to the wire. Both teams exhausted, but only one has something left for the encore.
Yeah, this is the kind of game you come away thinking coulda, woulda, shoulda. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way.
Trying to get something going. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And and teams take more threes now than ever before. More than double the average attempts he saw in the 90s.
Well, I think what's happened, Kevin, is we just have more guys who can shoot the ball. So in the 90s, you might have had two guys who shot the ball well from three and made it a good shot. Now, on a lot of teams, virtually everyone on the roster can shoot the three. If we have more guys on the floor who can space out and shoot the three, we're going to have a lot more attempts and a lot more efficiency on those things.
Hits it out to Allen. And here's Poole for
Forever. Pay them his first. See them. Wait, what are these words? You are confused. What's the talking in thirds? You can only be one. It's not what you prefer. You're either one of the two. Whatever's between your two legs is the fruit. Whoever gave you the urge.
MP often talks to his team during flights, and recently, one of the main topics of discussion, winning on the road.
You came out in the stand on the bridge and you just want to jump. Got these pink-haired devils teaching the kids in the school they are vessels. Used by the enemy, he's just a rebel. Let's turn up the kettle when God gets a hold of him. He won't be gentle. How dare you misgender me? My pronouns are them and theirs. Get it right. Y'all brains in the blender.
Here's Spears. No scoring in this one. And when it comes to MP, he has an objective to motivate his teammates. That's why he made winning on the road a rallying cry.
And what's mind-blowing is the consistency of excellence they've shown. Going to someone else's arena, blocking out the noise, making the huge plays in crunch time. MP loves to play the spoiler role. I think it's just his competitive nature.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got MP, Aaron Gordon out there with Black. And it's Puffkin in at the two spot. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Bucks played some superb basketball. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. What a game for him, and against their rivals, no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allen, thanks. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight. And I'll be...
Everybody in here just a he's the inventor, and he only made 2 genders. 2 genders. He only made 2 genders. There's only 2 genders. I love the science, and it says there's only 2 genders.
MP often talks to his team during flights, and Recently, one of the main topics of discussion, winning on the road. It seems as it's developed into a mission for his squad.
And you can see it in his eyes. He loves making the big play to quiet.
I'm looking for some spiritual snipers. I'm looking for some spiritual warriors that are not going to be okay with status quo. KMF like 100 deep, walking power like we run the streets. I don't feel what can be done to me, cause I've been dead, it's the sun in me. Told the devil get up under me.
And when it comes to MP, he has an objective to motivate his teammates. That's why he made winning on the road a rallying cry.
And what's mind-blowing is the consistency of excellence.
God, I'm on the dial with it. Been redeemed by the blood of Jesus. He beat the cross, now the trial's finished.